Good morning, all. Took a short here on NQ this morning. Got the drop. Still gonna hold here to see if it come back and test the pre-low, which is the Globex low. Also did one on YM. YM is not given the kind of reward I was looking for. Decided to short YM because the market currently in an overbought condition, and it appeared to be have a lot of news coming out, economic news. This market could really get walloped if the news is bad. So currently, I have this one on. I have two micros on YM, but I put these micros on YM on since the close yesterday. These are on here since the close of the yesterday session. Took some heat in them overnight, but the long goal was to look for this pullback. I might hold these guys into the data release. Not too sure yet. I have also one YM. This YM I put on around the same time I put on the NQ micro, but it's not performing. And I have two micros on NQ, and they were losing money all night. But they kind of came back right now. And they're up $4 to $7. So they're still working. The micros, I'm going to look to hold the micros into the data release. And maybe take off this guy and this guy. The YM and the NQ. And hold the other two into the data release. So I'm going to look to book profit here on this NQ here. See it kind of popping up back. It's still in a downtrend, but we get an absence of sellers, so I take that off. And the YM is bouncing back. I might have to hold that YM. Might have to hold that YM. He may come back here to this prior swing. And I have this swing here from a prior swing. So I look to see if he might hold him, take the NQ off, or I might go back into the NQ based on the data released this morning of initial claims, durable goods, etc. You know what? I take this off also. It's a big YM. So we take off that. So now I manage these guys. Manage these guys into the data report. These are easier to handle with a report. If the market started to rally up, I would take them off, reset, and then get back in again. But we can see what happened here. I think we so overbought right now. We so overbought, not because the market running up on any kind of fundamentals. Market just running up based on news right now. All right, it's all news. Volatility is created by all news right now. Now that YM hit the 30K, NQ hit 12K, all those are excellent levels on the upside. I'm looking for a pullback here. Looking for a pullback because there will be nobody else to buy right now. Seeing we so high. So if nobody to buy, we should get able to get a pullback. People look for an opportunity to take it down. We got the put call ratio. We got a dollar sign trend. They're all in an overbought condition. We could actually look at this setup. This is on Thinkorswim. Here we got a dollar sign trend. Here we got the paid call, and here we got dollar sign SKEW. SKEW. Right? All these are the other individual indicators. These would only reflect when the market open. Gold is rallying up after getting clobbered for the last 2 days based on the vaccine news. We got the mid caps within the S&P EMD is pulling back today. We got a yen. Got a yen up. We got bonds going up. Bonds create a nice gap here. All right. We got bonds going up. Those going to add some pressure to the indices today. And especially if we get any failure in missing forecast expectations on the data releases. They're going to have an impact on the market. Transport been rallying along with the indices, which was great for, the trucking business. The airlines are struggling right now. But it's all temporarily. Because the virus is just really impacting the country right now. The shutdowns are really having an impact on the economy, putting people out to work. More and more Americans are losing their jobs. Go back to jobs have to close down again. As transport is like an early signal of what to come. The vaccine comes, it's going to take off. I might go long on the transport ETF. But this is the internals. This is an overbought condition. And dollar sign trend, dollar sign P call, and this guy is creeping up. You get over 135. the main fears in the market, fears creeping into the market. It really wasn't correlating lately, but at an overbought condition in the market and this going up, most likely, if we get any selling, people are going to look at this fear factor here. Look at the VIX. VIX went two closes above it, failed, came back to the main, failed below the main. Now the VIX is turning up. VIX will look to come back at least to the mid. Break above the mid and start its ascent again. Some basic big picture internals. Something I keep an eye on. It's a market gauge. And every day I think the market's going to pull back because of overbought. This market could be overbought for a long time and still go up. So you got to keep in mind that you can't call tops and you can't call bottom. You got to wait some big picture alignment. I think today is a good alignment. Overbought, vaccine news baking into the market, pandemic going to start impacting investor sentiment on the lockdowns, impacting the economy until the vaccine arrives. So between then, the market may get spooked and started to get back some of its gains. But market could go up, continue going up in an overbought conditions. You got to watch for that signal and that turning point. See how this works? Look at that. Got out to the big NASDAQ. Keep the small NASDAQ. We were up. Now it blows right through. So it's a good thing I take off the big ones, right? To hold this guy here into the news. We got the GDP came out at 33.1 versus 33.2. So the GDP was pretty good, only off a little. I think that was excellent. That we didn't go into a tailspin. I think that was excellent. That's why I hold these micros and take off the big guys. Right? The October advanced goods and trade balance expected 80,004 billion, come up to 80,000.3 billion. Not a bad number concerning concerning how this virus is just creating havoc here at home. PC prices is 3.5 versus 3.5. Wholesale inventory, durable goods, orders 1.3% versus 0.9%. That was better than expected. Numbers are mixed. So durable goods, actual 1.3 versus forecast of 0.9. GDP, 33.1 versus forecast of 33.2. Initial jobless claims, 778K versus 730K. Well, that's kind of expected, that locking down the country in certain spots because of the virus. You expect the claims to increase. The continuing claims expected 6.020 million, came to 6.071 million. That's expected also. So we got a mixture of economic data. So, the market actually, we see with the global, definitely need some stimulus to stimulate this economy and get people who's really hurting some money. So this is the global future indices for India, China, London, and the Japanese market. Asia and Europe is strictly in the red right now. The US is trading mixed, with the NQ still leading the way. US dollars down, giving some strength to gold and again. The correlation's working right now. Today's trading most likely going to be the heaviest volume because of Thanksgiving tomorrow and Friday. So we're losing money on this guy here, the NQ, and we still got a profit here on the micro on YM. All right. This is the news, first news that came out, durable goods. GDP. Send the market up, all the news came down, the market tailed down. The news is a mixture, but as the economic data release was not that bad, considering it was so bad, there's so many people out of work and suffering. That's bad. But that number was expected to be bad. I mean, you don't really have to know anything about economics or anything. Just look at what's going on with the virus and the restrictions implemented again. No global lockdown would work, would cripple this country. Have to do it based on where the surges. Do it smart. So I leave this on and leave this on. This cover this. I can't see this guy running up again. I mean, he was the weakest guy, but you got, if I look at pre-market, Amazon is up. Google trading flat. Facebook trading flat. Apple trading flat. Netflix trading flat. I mean, they're up or down $1. Either way. We got the same hold stocks. Peloton does trading a little. The green Clorox trading flat. T-Doc trading up $2. Zoom trading up like $9. Regeneron trading up. Johnson Johnson trading up a little. So no real impact on the news on those mega stop stocks and stay-at-home stocks. So market is still in a good place before the open. SNQ came all the way to the VWAP and just drop down. So each one of these grid squares on my chart is 40 ticks. So this is 40 ticks, 80, 120, 120 ticks. Top on that news, the GDP. So if you have on a micro and you get 40 ticks times 3, all right, 120 times 5, that's how much you would have been down on an E-mini. That's a lot of heat. All right, so that's why news trading, if you're going to carry anything into news trading, you do a micro or a couple micros, or you got to wait for this move up and then short it. I think the Dow's under some pressure today anyhow. I mean, it is so overbought. I'm still holding those micros. I'm going to hold them into the open. This guy might be able to get a play on. This was a nice short up here, but you have to wait all the news to come out, and then we got more news at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock on my daily report, I release every morning, outline all the economic data that is actually coming out today, because everything for the remainder of the week is coming out today. No data release on Thursday and Friday due to Thanksgiving. So everything that comes out in those 3 days are all bundled into Wednesday. So in that way, actually, be a lot of news to trade against. 10 a.m. we have existing home sale, personal spending, Michigan consumer sentiment, expectation, and inflation expectation and current condition. So we got a lot of news coming out. 10 o'clock. The remaining comes out at 10 o'clock. This is the morning report that I send out each morning. Kind of outline what's coming out. Some analysis on the indices and the futures, embedded charts of the current daily charts and the current. So if we look at these charts, you could see the market momentum is trying to shift. They were all in an overbought condition in the RSI, right, and the overbought condition on the market internals. But this is a view. There's a strong uptrend. Everybody, this is I call it an ATM stack view, where you have 8, 21, 34, 55, 50, simple, 5100, 5200, and 55 exponential and 89 exponential. Market is trading above all these moving average. That strong uptrend. But we overbought, and you could get a pullback. Look at the transport. Came off the low here and just rally every day. And this is all because of the vaccine. So this would be a nice play. Using any pullback, you buy the ETF to the upside. Anticipation the vaccine would be coming out. Anyone to go onto the website and subscribe, so we get that report sent to them every morning. I also look at the revert to the mean chart, which is embedded in the write-up every morning. And that chart is actually showing you that we get an extended again. Big picture analysis, right? So look at this chart. We come up here, we get a reversal signal. Market went straight up, close to 5 standard deviation from the low. This is the mean. 3 standard deviation above, 3 standard deviation below, 3 standards above. Look, the last time we came here, 5 reversed. Now we're going back above 5. Momentum shifting, you look for a reversal. What I like is if the DMI plus and the ADX come to 35, then you really look for a pivot. Right now, the pivot is showing here, but if you get this on here, the alignment is here, overbought, stretched to the upside, momentum looking to shift here on the squeeze. But if you get the white line and the green line intersect above 35, I would definitely, and all these remain the same, definitely could get a nice pullback. All right. Remember, the market could stay overbought for a long time. So gotta look of some of these indicators to help you along making your assessment. Same thing go here. This guy stretch. He got 5, he pulled back. He got a 5, he pulled back. This guy got the 4, like around 4, he pulled back. Now he's all the way at 5 standard deviation. This guy's 5 standard deviation. They're all in a position to pull back on any bad news. All right. We're all overbought in the internals and they're overbought here on the revert to the mean chart. Something to keep in mind. Not a time to load up long. If you're trying to go long here at the high, you get your head ripped off. The market could turn anytime. See, he's straight in sideways NQ. I think they take the market down today. In GDP on durable goods. GDP missed out slightly. Durable goods were pretty good. And initial claims and continued claims were bad. So that's a mixture. But I think claims going to keep going up because of the virus. And if more people get infected because of Thanksgiving, even more people are going to be filing claims. More in businesses going to be shutting doors. So I hope that don't happen. So he break below the trend line, he's coming back down. Right? So if we look at NQ here, that was the micro. We look at the NQ chart. Straight in at yesterday high. I would take a short here. I short one of these guys based on the setup here right now. He breaks here. He come back yesterday high to yesterday close. And then I look him to come back to the value area. Right? It's kind of an early trade. It's 8:52. But he's consolidating. I think what's going to happen here, we can get a 5 and 21 crossover to the downside. I'm anticipating that to happen based on the setup. All right, then he would come here. And if he fail here, he would come here. But the momentum need to shift here. All right? The momentum shift here. The volume is pretty low, so you get kind of choppy. So this is what I'm looking for. Break below the trend line. Momentum shift. Unless we get some buying coming. Right. So book 300 and something profit in the one we had early this morning. I like this setup here. This is what I'm looking for. See that? Break out of the squeeze box. This little box is a squeeze box. Break out of that squeeze box. All right. Come here. And then try to get a flush. But you see, this is a swing here. This prior swing. He would need to break that prior swing for me to make any money. If he don't break that prior swing, he goes back up. Right? This swing here. Had a lower swing here, which line up here. I would expect him to come here. And, all right. But they need to break this swing here. Right where I got in. That's a swing. Prior swing. All right. And create this higher swing up here at a VWAP. So if you don't break this swing, all right, and what I anticipating to happen don't happen, we get a crossover. See, we got a crossover, the 5 and 21, because this the 5 and 21 kind of intersect, right? I mean, the volume is pretty low, ADX is 16, so that's a chop. It wasn't the ideal condition for me to take that trade, right? I usually like to take it when this is over 20, so it could go up and down here, and I could get chopped up on this trade. If this trade don't materialize and you break above the top of this squeeze box, I might take the trade off, take a small loss. All right. Still have red dots indicating that we're still in a downtrend, even though price is trading sideways. Squeeze firing short. All right, this is a squeeze box. It's a consolidation between the Bollinger Band and the Kelter channel that create this low indicator. This indicator will actually show you that it's happening. We're in a squeeze. It fired to the downside. We got a crossover. But because price volume is low and ADX is 20, you're going to trade choppy, right? You're trading a chop mode. You could get shaken out your trade easy because you could get these wild candles. Right? So that's that setup there. If he gets here, try to break above the squeeze box, I might take it off. Take a small loss on the trade and wait for better alignment. The alignment is perfect for we to go down, right? So it's just the choppiness. Could take some heat and it could work. You know, this trade could actually work. Right? It's just the current price action that's not conducive to the setup. So that's the line there. It's a line in the sand. All right, if you break above here, the main way and get a crossover to the upside. All right. You know, if we didn't have low volume and low ADX or either one of them, we might have to get a move down faster. But this is how you get shaken out of a trade because of these odd indicators condition. Setup is right. Setup is perfect. All right. Looking for that pullback, break the trend line, go down. But so he gets up here. I take the trade off, take a small win. Still got the other trade working. Can't be afraid to take a small loss. You got to take your loss. Way up $79 on the two micros on YM. Down a few bucks on the one on NQ. Down $12. So we got this, the YM paying for these trades here right now. Coming into 9 o'clock, top of the hour, we usually get some price action to the top of the hour. Let's just hope it's to the downside. Put my stop. Put my stop up here. We lose like 50 bucks maybe. Bam, stopped out $45. No, it's I hit the stop and I didn't get filled. You see that? My stop gone and oh, I did wrong. I ended up putting a buy up there. What I did? Ah, I ended up putting up to buy one instead of. Okay, so I need to do something here. I need to take off one. Okay, back to one. So what I did, and I put it here, I put the short another one here at the top of the box. That wasn't the wrong intention. The intention was to close the trade out. But we hit that box at level and just bounce right back down. Wow. Another error on my fault and it worked out. So we still got the ones. Oh, I was going to take that $45 loss. And well, it's worked out so far. So I'm gonna hold it. It's an omen. They want me to get out of that trade. See how whippy it gets in these conditions around your chart. You get this whip up and down. See the size of that candle. And the candle gonna close in 1 second. Next candle open up. See? Next candle open up in the body of that candle. The candle open up without any body. That's along the wick was, right? So this candle that closed open up without anybody. This one, well, you see how we trading? So see, that's the action you get in this condition. Got to be aware of that, right? Just hoping it would flush to the downside. But I ain't feeling it that way. May come up here and just bust through here. I have to take that loss. Or we could just book a little profit here. All right. What we need to see is this candle close. Next candle open below this candle, and then we get a carry through. Right. And the conditions but the trade is not really there. So we could actually set a target here below this box, and we could actually put one above. I closed it out by accident. Okay, that's good. I closed it out for a little win at $30. Let me take this off. I tried to bracket it, but I didn't do it correctly. And let me close it out. That's good. Get 30 something dollars win like $45. $40 actually. All right, so you come back to the top of the box. See, we get a crossover once we hit top of the box because the 5 and 21 is so close together. Take one candle for it to switch on upside and downside. You like to see this kind of movement where the 5 and the 21 are far apart. This is speed to the downside. When it gets this close, this is chop, right? All what this cloud is a 5 and 21 crossover. I remove the lines and put a cloud so I could see it visually. And we got overnight session. We got our VWAP, VPOC. Yesterday, high and close and low. So you got everything you need to know to trade before the market open up in pre-market. Globex mid, Globex low. You know, we were all the way up here last night. All the way up here. 12,173. Get rid of all these lines from yesterday. These were prior swing. Mark my chart up during the session. Every time we get a swing, I like to know where the swing is. A swing trend, the market tend to trade within the swings, am I right? So the only swing we got on the chart is the one here. We got the VWAP. This is a prior swing here, and this is the low. So I won't put a line here because that's the Globex low. Well, these are swings created by the swing trend indicator. This one is at a VWAP. So going back into that consolidation. Right. Nothing to do there. Could get chopped up in that trade. Right? Now, if we look at the micro, he's down $12. This guy is up $82. So I could afford to hold to see if we get a failure in the NASDAQ. If megatech stocks rally, it's NASDAQ going to go up. And I just take the trade, check this off, and book the profit here, and done for my pre-market trades. So that's it. Let's do some trading at after the market open. Over and out, closing the recording. Get back at 9:30 or a little before 9:30.